Look at them go to their deaths. I never get tired of this. And last time we did... we set up the lava. It's 9 deep. So by the time they fall through it, they get down to pretty low life. I think it was 9 I did in the end. These are all glitched graphically. Now I'll just turn the sound off. 1.3 is completely full of graphical glitches. So... why is the water dripping? Oh, okay, yes, I know where the water... So that's my crusher up there. It stops more coming down when I do it, and it also pushes it out. So I will be collecting a ton of iron this episode. Probably take me 10 hours or so to record this episode. And I want to build my village spawners all out of iron blocks, because it's quite fitting really. And I'll probably use some emerald blocks as well. And I need to think of what to use emerald blocks for, because I've already got about a stack of them. And let's see, this is my wheat from the live stream I did earlier. Although it would be yesterday or the day before now after doing all this recording. And we'll be doing a lot of villager trading. And we'll see how much we can get from it. So I'm going to kill these. Much faster than the old version. And much cleaner and safer. Then you can run below it and you can have a look up. And here it comes out. So that was just a couple that we knocked down. That's all of it. A stack and a bit. Not very much at all. But we're going to do this building and hopefully accumulate quite a lot in the meantime. And I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, you're in for a treat. I'm going to try and do some sort of montage. And here's what... a little bit less than what we... I did a live stream earlier, probably yesterday or the day before by now. Like I said, it's going to take me a long time to record this. Here is the infinite village spawn part. Here's where they're trapped. Here's the rail cart to turn it on or off. So at the moment, I've got this switch, which goes on and off. So when it's off, it goes into idle mode, so no villagers are spawned. And then when I want to farm them, I poke him back up, and he goes into the village and makes them breed. Now this could be changed directional this way, so go up or back down, and I could change it this way to make him go up there, or make the other ones go into the cages. Now the cages are working fine. They are set up, so I will show you briefly what it does right now. And I'm doing this because as I carry on with this, it might change a bit. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now, as opposed to what I will be doing later on. And I'm missing a piece of cart rail there. Let me just fix that. Here we are. I was mining some blocks away, I think I just obviously missed that. Nope, not that one. That one. Is there one below it? Nope. Let me just get that. There we are. So, try again. Another one gets out of the way. This is the only problem with the design. They can take a little while to come out. Or when they do, you get about 10 at once if you keep spamming it. So at the moment, I'm going to put these back on a return journey. So, when it comes along here, they get funneled into this. There's a detector rail there, which is then looped around to under here, which then changes the direction of this. So if it's full, it will send it on to the next one. And I want to build probably 5 of these in a row, and we'll see how I end up doing that. And here there's a crusher. I will cover this up. I'm playing with the emerald blocks and the iron blocks and these half slabs. I think they look quite good. Emerald block isn't my favourite block, I have to say, but I think it might match. Doing sort of a iron trim at the bottom with an emerald trim at top. I think it could look quite cool. And these aren't ones to come out, are they? Because that one's glitched into the block. So we'll show you that probably next time I continue the video anyway. I'll show you the crusher. So that's very nice. It's a way of killing them without doing it yourself, which we assume that you'll be allowed to do in 1.4, because in 1.4 the villages change, so that if you hurt them in 1.4 yourself, so if you hit them or let a zombie kill them, they don't like you anymore, and they will reduce their trades or stop trading with you and get angry with you. So that's the change. And this way, technically we're not killing them ourselves, although some things do depend on, like, if you have spawners and things and mobs. If you fire something out of a dispenser at them, then you get the experience from them because you've killed them. It claims anyway. And I hope this isn't the same sort of idea as that for this, but it seems to work so far. So I'm going to carry on. Once I've probably harvested a load more iron, I might show you the iron killing. That's quite fun, and I'll show you how it progresses. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. And just as I stopped the recording, they popped out. See, at the moment it does it. They both came out at once. So he comes down. You go over the detector rails here, and as a side effect, it actually makes the piston go while you're going over them. So the piston pops out here, and they sit on top. And it also works very well because when two come through like they just did, they both follow each other directly behind each other. The first one goes over, the piston extends, he keeps going over, falls down, is no longer on the plate, but the other one is still sticking up. The next one comes, bumps into the back of him, gets pushed backwards and comes back down. So even if you get two coming one after another, as the second one is here on the pressure pad, well, the detector, then it will keep the piston outwards, so only one can sit in there at a time. So the other one will always be pushed backwards to be then resorted through the system, because this bit only changes direction when the detector rail has been touched. So that's working really well. See, this one's been forced back, and in this design they can come out of here, but they cannot go back. It's a really good way of doing it. The only disadvantage is if you want to put them back, you've got too many, it doesn't really work. But in theory you should always have enough villagers in here to keep the population going. So I'm not worried about that. So I'll continue again when I've got some progress. And we're back for a little bit of an iron update. So there's about 110 there. I've been working on the farm for quite a while now. The emerald farm it is. And I've got the wiring done. But I just need the blocks to be able to finish up. So we'll see if we've got them all here. Yep. Ho ho! Yeah. Lots of iron. That's over 3 stacks. Let's get rid of these ones and then we'll show you what we've done so far. I don't know how much more I'll do this episode because it's taking a rather long time, and I'm going to have to wait for a couple of days probably for all the blocks, so I want to get something out to you to show you what I've been doing. And let's get this bit done, and I'll show you what I've done. So that's over half a stack of iron blocks. That is awesome. I can probably finish up quite a lot of it just with that, actually. I'm quite surprised. 42 iron blocks. 360 odd bars. Yeah. This probably won't work. 360 odd bars, that's about 6 stacks. That's not bad for, yeah, about 6 stacks for an hour. And that's at half efficiency, so it's going quite well with the iron farm. I seem to do the AND gate on it. I may look at doing that this episode, I may not. I'll show you what I've done so far. So I decided that I think I will like this on the bottom, and I've changed my idea here. I was thinking of doing like a strip of smooth stone, a strip of that and that, but I think I'll just be doing it like this over here. So this will come down and you can go away, and you can go away as well. That's one problem I do have. I have a mob problem still. Historically I don't really light up this area very much because I mine it and blow it up so much, but I need to flatten out a vast amount of the land and light it up. And I don't want to use torches. I don't really like torches very much, so I need to work out a different way of doing that on a large scale. Normally I use pumpkins and lantern ones. So there's some more villagers in here. They don't breed that fast at the moment because there was only like 3 in there when I started this. So here's the wiring all done for each one, and I'll show you the example of one of them so you can see what's happening. And up here, this goes, if I can get up here, this goes to the changer, and then I haven't actually tested this yet, but it should work. This bit works. That comes to there, so therefore when this comes down over here, the detector rail that you see there powers this redstone when it's got something on it. It goes down here, moves it along here, comes here, and then it gets inverted here because it's an inverter. So then change the power to this. So normally it's on that way. If there's something on there, then it changes the other way. And this block here should power it, this detector rail, and move it to the next one. And it does that all the way along. And then the second part of it is the crusher. If we can get across. There we go. And this has power going to a redstone torch, which is an inverter. And this works because otherwise if you put a normal piece of redstone there and one there, it wouldn't connect up to the torch. So this is quite a nifty way of doing it. So this goes around there. As you can see, I've got a lot of filling in to do afterwards, but it was clearer to see what I was doing by mining it all out. And that comes up to here. So when it's on, then the power goes around and gets inverted, so it's off on the torch. When I change it, the crusher comes out, and the crusher goes back in. So that's how it's going to work. And same all the way along. I'm just waiting for the blocks. I'll probably do a load of emerald farming next, and some more iron farming. And this bit at the end, I forgot to say, there is 5 stations, so we can get quite a wide selection of them. And at the end, whoa! Like I said, there's a lot of holes around here at the moment, and all this cobble will turn into iron blocks, so I need quite a lot of them left. I've only got 42. I could probably do the first 1 or something with them. And over here you can see that this one will be our lava, so when this is done there'll be a little sign here with the lava bit above it. And if you put lava at 3 high and the villager goes through and sits at the bottom, his head is then in the lava, so it kills them, but you keep the minecart. I need to raise this up a couple though, because if he's falling from a height, like I showed on the tutorial of this, you can go away. Overkill. I've been playing my hardcores on this. And if you have it on 3 high, then they burn to death and then you save the minecart. But you need some velocity to begin with, vertical velocity. So here, the lava would be on this block here. So that would come straight off and then go straight into it, and you lose the minecart. If I raise it up a couple, so it would just go up in the triangle a few more, and then drop down, they have enough speed to then go through the lava cleanly, instead of being stuck on the edge, and then I save all my minecarts. Which, to be honest, with the amount of iron I get, it's not needed, but it's a nice thing to do as well. So, I'm thinking of doing this all the way around. I quite like it. I'm really tempted to use the furnaces. You've probably seen my furnaces before around my little staircase going up. So you just use furnaces in a pattern like this. So you have a furnace there, 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 etc. It does look quite cool, but we'd use a lot of cobblestone, and I'm not sure how far I could go with it, because some of this is actually practical, like there's wiring just beneath it, so I actually needed the half slabs here. So around here I actually needed the half slabs, so it goes up here. I also covered up this wiring. I did this on the last bit, but I didn't show you. And for this farm, the wiring comes up here for the timer, and then comes around here. I decided to leave this bit open, put some light in it. I don't actually think that that light is counted, so if I'm here and everything else is dark, I don't think you actually get any physical light from it. You can see it on the server, but you can't actually save mobs or anything from it. So, station is starting to be done, and I will update you again in a second. And we're back again. I've done a bit more work, but the iron is very slow, and I need some emeralds to carry on. So, I think I'm going to get these emeralds, and then we're going to end it for this one. But here's some trades to go. I need to be planting a lot more wheat. I haven't really been bothering to do it. During the time I've been building this, I've probably got, I don't know, 5-6 stacks worth of emeralds would have helped. but I didn't really think of doing it. So see how much we get from, this is just over, well, probably about 2 harvests of the wheat. And it's coming up to 1 stack. Oh, we'll be in a second. And let's see what we get. This will, that's 6 blocks, 7. Remember, these only 1 block each for 9 of them, which is a lot to build with. It's a lot more effort than the iron, I give you that. Oh, it's gone down to 20. Has that changed? No, they're not meant to lose their trades anymore. They're just meant to change, which should be different. Stack and a half. There you are. And I've got paper in here, just to get a few more from that. I haven't really got much of a paper farm at the moment. It's just the top layer. But that's about 2 stacks of emeralds from that. They give us about 15 odd blocks. So you can probably do the next one in a bit, because I'm just using it for these ones now. I've got all this sorted out. I've got to put the switches in here, but I wasn't going to put them in yet because I'll be breaking the blocks, and as I place them upside down now, then as soon as you break the block, the switch falls off anyway. So I've got this around here. I made it so that if I want to replace the carts, I can just break the silver glass and then get into it. I don't expect I'll be using that bit very much, so I'm not really that bothered about that. I haven't even got enough iron to finish off the back, but it's all working very well. And I think we're going to leave it there for this one, and I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you want to see me finish this farm and see if I can do some buildings out of emerald. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys.